If you're like Ashley and me, you may have just spent several days hibernating during the ridiculous cold snap sweeping the United States. The Chicago River, as we record this, is frozen solid, and temperatures dropped to around 15 to 20 degrees below zero Fahrenheit, which is about 26 to 28 degrees below zero Celsius. And the wind chill was even twice that cold. That might sound scary, but do you know what wind chill even means? Grab a cup of hot chocolate and settle in by the fire, because I'm about to tell you why talking about wind chill is kind of like blowing a bunch of hot air. Also, side note, Ashley is wrapped in a blanket right now.
Yes, it's super cozy.
It's so cold in our office.
It really is.
Well, let me cut to the chase. Wind chill doesn't tell you whether it's freezing outside. It just predicts how fast you'll get frostbite. And as it turns out, it's even pretty lousy at that. The first idea of a wind chill factor was developed by a pair of American scientists who were working in Antarctica. They wanted to measure how wind was able to make objects lose heat more quickly than they would usually. This new metric was measured in kilocalories per hour per square meter. So the technical sounding term was mostly used by scientists until the 1960s. That's when the US military realized it might come in handy for troops, so they translated the metric into equivalent temperature, that is, degrees Fahrenheit. That's when it caught on like wildfire, appearing in TV and radio weather reports everywhere. Then the National Weather Service recruited scientists to revise the wind chill formula by using experiments with real people. It was brilliant in its simplicity. If you know the temperature and wind speed outside, then you can know your risk of frostbite. Kind of. Here's the problem. It assumes a whole lot of things that probably don't apply to you. Wind chill only predicts your risk of frostbite if you are these things. You're 5'6", you're overweight, the sun is not shining, you have no trees or buildings blocking the wind, and you're walking steadily at 3 miles per hour straight into a headwind. Pretty specific. Despite this glaring flaw and many calling to abandon the metric, the National Weather Service still promotes wind chill as the be-all end-all. Luckily, there are better alternatives out there. If you use AccuWeather, you can check its real field temperature to know how it feels outside. And for a more scientific measure, try the Universal Thermal Climate Index, or UTCI. Either way, bundle up this week, stay warm, and don't forget to pick up some hot cocoa on your way home.
Or whiskey.